Good morning everyone and welcome back to the second sessions of today's lesson, and I hope you enjoyed the first video sessions. Now let us move on to another lesson, which is the blueprint 4. And in this video lesson we will start a new module, and in this module we are going to study the module 2, which is about fitness and health. Everyone, do you want to stay healthy and to have a good fit? Sure, everyone wants to be healthy and look good, right? But how can you get all of those? You want to be healthy, what should you do? You want to be fit, what should you do? Alright, if you want to be fit, you need to do exercise. You need to do exercise regularly in order to make your body fit and handsome and beautiful, unlike me. And the second one, if you want to be healthy, you need to eat healthy food. These are the topics that we are going to cover in this module. And in this module we have the unit 3. We start our lesson, and the unit 3 we are going to talk about sport and fitness. As you already know, in order to be a fit person, you need to do exercise, and sport is the best exercise. Along the way, you can enjoy this activity and you get benefit from doing sport. Let's say playing football, it is the sport. You can entertain, you can enjoy, but at the same time, you can be fit by running, by playing those sport, which is football, right? So in this unit 3 we start our lesson, which is the lesson 1. We talk about watching sport on TV, and this lesson is on page 36. If you open your book to page 36, you will be able to see there are two people. They are sitting in front of the television, and they discussing about the sport that they want to watch. Before we jump on to those important lessons, I would like all of you to listen to that conversation to get a better ideas of what those people are talking. Now, are you ready? Okay, when you are listening, I would like you to draw attention to these 6 vocabulary. They are related to the sport topic. So pay close attention to this vocabulary. After you finish the listenings of the conversation, we will come back and look at these vocabularies. Now everyone, are you ready? Okay, let's start your listening.
Track 16. Look, the Olympics are on.
Oh, good. What events?
Right now, it's surfing and diving.
I don't really like those. When will gymnastics be on?
Not today. So you like watching gymnastics?
Yeah, it's my favorite summer event. The athletes are able to do such difficult moves and still look graceful.
They are pretty amazing.
As a kid, I dreamed about competing in an Olympic gymnastics event.
Really? I wanted to be an Olympic athlete too, but in skiing. Sadly, I never go skiing these days, and I wasn't good at it anyway.
I'm terrible at gymnastics, so I guess we'll never be great athletes.
No, but it's still fun to watch them on TV.
Well done everyone. I hope you finished your listening, and in those conversations I hope you get the important idea. Those two people, they are deciding what sport to watch on the televisions. And as you listen along the way, you will encounter the term Olympics, okay? The Olympic game. So Olympic game refer to the events which very big sport event. Many people all across the world go to join those events and show off their gymnastic skill. How good they are. We have a lot of different type of sport. In these conversations, the boy and the girl, they are deciding what type of sport to watch. But before we jump on to those conversations in detail, I would like to specify each vocabulary on the whiteboard, because these vocabulary are very useful and it will help you a lot in terms of your interpretations of the conversation. You will understand a lot from those conversations when you already understand this keyword. And some of the keywords are very easy for all of you, I know, but some may be new. So pay attention to all this word altogether. Now let's look at the first word, which is terrible. Okay, terrible. So there are 3 syllables. Terribles, terribles. So the word terrible we use to describe an event, a situation, or a person. When you say something is terrible, it is very, very bad. You don't want to get into that situation, or you don't want to stay close to those terrible person. So terrible functions as an adjective, and the definition is extremely bad, and it used to describe people, situations, or the things. Number 2, athlete. Okay, athlete. We pronounce only 2 syllables. Athlete. So the word athlete refers to a person who does the sport, who joins the competitions to do the sport. So athlete here refers to a person who does the sport. And if you watch the WWE, I cannot clearly remember the name, those are fighting show on the TV. However, those fighting show, it is a type of sport because we call those people athlete. Okay. Number 3, graceful. There are 2 syllables. Graceful. So graceful is an adjective. So remember, most of the words that end with F-U-L, 99% of those words are adjective. So remember this. So graceful functions as an adjective. So in this definition, there is only one adjective less. So which one? Sure, this one. Graceful refer to the people who are able to move in a beautiful way. Let's look at the some of the sport. For example, let's say jumping. They are very good at jumping. They put a very high rope, and those people are very talented. They can jump across that rope, but their movement is very graceful. You will satisfy watching them jumping all across the rope. Sure. And number 4, gymnastic. So there are 3 syllables. Gymnastics. So we stress on the second syllable, gymnastic. And the word gymnastics refers to a noun, and it is a type of exercise. So here, exercise developing physical ability. And if you see the people who has a very big muscle, very big like this, they are doing a lot of gymnastics. They are, let's say, running, jumping, and they doing push-up. Push-up. They put both of their hands on the floor, and they put their bodies in the same way, and they just push their body up from the floor. So this one we call push-up, and this one is type of gymnastic, because those type of exercise will develop your body. It will make your body stronger. Like rope jumping, you jump on the rope, it's also a type of gymnastics. But number 5, which is diving. So an exercise we call diving. It's not only the exercise, but it's type of sport as well. Diving refers to the action that you jump from a very high down to the water. Okay, so the definition is to jump into the water, diving. But instead of just jumping straight forward, there are a very graceful movements when people jump. They can rotate their body. They have a lot of style when they jump from a very high to the water. That's why we call diving. There are many different movements. Last but not least, which is figure skating. Figure skating similar to ice skating. People are skating on the ice, but instead of just skating along the way, there are a pattern that the athlete need to perform or need to do in order to get into the competitions. That is why we call figure skating. And the definition, the first one, a sport of skating in prescribed pattern. You need to follow exact pattern in order to call it a figure skating. And if you just skate, it's just ice skating. There's nothing amazing to look at. Now, these are the 6 vocabulary that will help you a lot to understand the type of sport, and along the way you will understand the conversations. But all you need to do in this session is to focus on the 6 vocabulary. Now, one is come to the end of our second sessions for today's video, and I hope to see all of you again in the next one. Goodbye.